Barcelona interested in Recce James, the English international that plays for Chelsea. It's a story being reported by Gerard Romero, one of the flies on the wall in Barcelona. Welcome to this channel, Rokani Media Football. It is second story of the day, and I think today as it stands, looks like the gears are so high. You might go for 5 stories, and guys, tighten your seatbelts because a marathon is gonna appear onto your tab, your phone, your smart TV, your tablet, anywhere you're watching us from. We are going to throw in those stories like never before. Then Bayern Munich have really gone ahead to really tell us about the situation of Gravenberch to Liverpool to Arsenal, and how Mason Mount's situation to Liverpool is really panning out. And lastly, Leroy Sane, after Bayern were knocked out yesterday by Man City, he has gone ahead and really issued a statement that we are going to let you know about his future and how he's feeling after that loss. Rokani David is my name, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now, yesterday night, I came across this story and I said, who am I not to present to the viewers of Rokani Media Football? Because some say, Rokani, you do a lot of Arsenal stories. Guys, for your information, I'm supposed to be doing 3 Arsenal stories on a daily, then 2 stories for other teams, you know? And obviously today, I'm coming in with the story of Chelsea, as Gerard Romero is reporting to us that FC Barcelona are interested in signing Recce James. Recce James is one of the best right backs in the world. I think he balances well the defensive and offensive sides. And if at all you are a Barcelona fan, this is a story that will excite you, but it will be an excitement of 5 minutes, because you ask yourself, where are we going to get the money? Because Barcelona is still an attractive side for very many players, but the financial constrictions that they are really going through are really failing them to go out and really sign in world-class players as they're supposed to be signing. Right now, their main aim is to see to it that Messi returns, and they're trying to really move out 2 prominent players, and I think that's going to be Rafinha and Ansu Fati. Then if at all those 2 players really depart, then Messi will be able to be registered as a Barcelona player and will return to the Spotify Stadium down in Camp Nou. So, but why Recce James? You know, why is Barcelona interested in signing Recce James? The answer is simple. Do you remember Dani Alves? The levels that he said that right back position performances at Barcelona at were really way high, that very many have been brought in and they failed to meet the levels. You know, Semedo is one of those. There is this Serginho Dest, he has failed. And Araujo, who was playing as a right back, is now being played as a centre back. He only plays as a right back when they are playing Real Madrid, because he's the only one who has the pace to stop Vinicius Jr. Which other right back? There are very many right backs, you know, that Barcelona have gone ahead to bring in to see to it that they really fill the boots of Dani Alves, but things are not really panning out they're supposed to be. Even last season, Xavi brought him back on like a short-term contract, and he played there very well. So it shows you that they are looking in for a right back who can fit the levels of Dani Alves. And if at all you ask me that, can Recce James give them the vibes of Dani Alves, I'll tell you yes. Comfortable on the ball, good going forward, good defensively, and I like his energy levels that have gone ahead to surpass those of Trent Alexander-Arnold. You know, Trent, for the previous 2 seasons in the Premier League, he was being looked at as one of the best right backs, you know, but he was not balancing the offensive and the defensive. He was only performing better when he goes forward. That is the offensive part of the pitch. But when it came to the defensive part of the game, Trent is really a suspect. And as I speak right now, even Liverpool are looking in for a senior right back to come in through and obviously bridge that gap that Trent leaves on when he goes forward. So to me, Recce James would be a very good signing by Barcelona. And when you look at the situation in which Chelsea is into, if Barcelona had the money, they would have gone ahead to convince Recce James to leave, because Chelsea need to sell players. Secondly, Chelsea's situation looks like it's not going to stabilize soon. However much Reece James is a player that coming from the academy of Chelsea, that doesn't stop him to going to Barcelona, But the hindrance is Barcelona don't have the money. But Barcelona just coming out and really put out a statement that they really like you, obviously that player will get unsettled. But the beauty that Chelsea might experience into this is that Barcelona aren't having the money. Right now, I think Reece James could go for like 70 or 80 million pounds. And I don't see Barcelona spending that amount of money on a player, especially a right back. However much Xavi is an admirer of the player, but it's not really going to work out that way. But recently, he has been a player who has been injury prone. Very many injuries in the previous last season. Even this season has been out for like 2-3 times. That's why he even missed out on the World Cup in Qatar, and he never featured for the England national team, of which I felt like it was a very big blow for the England national team not having Reece James, and they played with Kylian Trippier. And now, after Reece James, Fabrizio Romano has gone ahead to really issue a statement. All give us hint onto Gravenberch and Mason Mount. Still, Bayern still want Gravenberch to stay, so they have no intention to negotiate. Let's see if they can persuade him to stay. Liverpool are waiting, but Bayern consider him a really important player. So Liverpool are also considering Mason Mount. Now, for Gravenberch, it's not only Liverpool that are interested in him, but even teams like Manchester United and Arsenal. But Bayern are really adamant that they are not selling this player. But the player is saying, am I assured of playing time here? If I'm not assured, I'm leaving, because I'm just 20 years of age. I'm going to make 21 years of age, so please don't waste my time here at Bayern Munich. And I think Bayern is into a very horrible situation. A shake-up is going to be made, and there is no way you tell me that Gravenberch will supersede or surpass the following players in the midfield three of Bayern Munich: Kimmich, Goretzka, and Musiala. These players are really German players. So I don't see him surpassing all those players, because the level at which they've taken their game to is really unbelievable. So to me, I look at Gravenberch as a player who is really going to be sold in the summer, because there is no assurance of him getting enough playing time at Bayern Munich. And Bayern Munich just needs to find a solution of who is going to come in and replace this player, because he's not going to get enough playing time. In the double tie, they just saw themselves being knocked out by Man City. He never took part. If Bayern Munich needed to send a statement to Gravenberch that he's really one of those players they're really thinking on building their season on, then Tuchel would have gone ahead to do the needful and obviously kept the player in, but he never even gave him a minute when they are really struggling. And we look at Musiala and how he was really trying to really tussle out things. He looked bad in that two-legged affair that saw Man City knock them out on an aggregate of 4-1, 3-0 at Etihad and 1-1 at Allianz Arena. So to me, I don't see Gravenberch staying. On the scale of 100, 60%, I see him leaving. 40%, I see him staying at Bayern Munich. So, for Mason Mount to Liverpool, it's really one of those points that Liverpool are really addressing. They are pressing those buttons. They want to find themselves in positions of going to Chelsea and get this player. Left with 1 year on his contract, looks like Jurgen Klopp is looking at him as one of those players that should come in through in the team of Liverpool to rejuvenate that midfield of Liverpool, because it's really abysmal this season. It's really bad. That's why right now Liverpool is really struggling to go to Champions League places. When you look at the Premier League table, Liverpool is really looking worse. Who knew that Liverpool at 30 games played, they will be in the 8th position, with 47 points, with 47 points, 9 points, with 47 points, 9 points, 9 points behind Newcastle. That is the 4th place team, and 12 behind Manchester United. So it is unheard of. So I think even Jurgen Klopp has gotten to know who he needs to bring at the club and who needs to come in and really go. So let's wait and see how the deal of Mason Mount and Gravenberch is really going to be executed by Liverpool. But I think the only chance they're having to sign Gravenberch is when United fails to pay the money. But if at all United is really having the money to pay, then Gravenberch will have to go back to Erik ten Hag, a manager that really saw him break through from the academy of Ajax to the first team of Ajax. That is it. Now, after that, Leroy Sane was one of those players that really made headlines in the double tie of Bayern Munich versus Man City. And after being knocked out, Leroy Sane has said the following: "It was a good game from us. A really strong name. I had to score. It's tough because we lost the first game 3-0. We had them under control, pressured really well, and won lots of balls in the midfield. If I had scored, I would like to know what would have happened." That is Leroy Sane, formerly at Man City, and he had a chance to really score, but he just went ahead to blow it away, and obviously he never scored. Even in the first leg, he had a chance to score, but he just went in for effort instead of going in for technique. And a player like Leroy Sane, with the talent he's really having, you ask yourself why he goes in for energy when he has a lot of technique to take that ball in the back of the net. So he's really so much not okay with what happened, but obviously has nothing to do apart from going out and really knowing that the entire team let him down. And I think it was Upamecano responsible for 3 goals. 3 out of the 4 goals that Bayern conceded against Man City were as a result of Upamecano capitulating. That's it. So thank you guys for watching in through. Smash the like button, comment and share. Your reactions to Barcelona interested in Recce James are welcome in the comment section below. What do you think about Gravenberch and Mason Mount to Liverpool, and Leroy Sane coming out and mourning and even acting like a fool? Because I wish I knew is a mot of a fool that I wish I had taken that goal at Allianz Arena. I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. Smash the like button, comment and share. My Muslim friends, Eid El Fitri.